What's up, man? Yeah, man. Another week, another L for us. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. We lost again. Yep, and it was due to another fumble. I'm sorry, am I going too fast? Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Yeah, we lost again.
Hey, dog, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, bro.
Hey, bro, that's all you can do at some point, Because hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I had several Texans fans tell me that they want to hear me tell it like it is and talk about our team.
Right.
I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like a TI is, Brody. Let me hear it.
As much as Nick Caserio has done positively for us, I attribute any and all losses this season directly to Nick Caserio. Because number one, what was our problem that we ended the season with last year? Well, like if you went to after last season, you're like, hey man, if you got to do one thing, what are you gonna do?
Improve
Address what? You could only address one thing. What would you have addressed? Biggest
offensive
need.
line. Offensive line.
Offensive line. I feel like this is the only thing we did not solve. Like, I won't say it's the only thing, but that's the main thing we did not solve. And then number two, everybody says
A bona fide, like without a doubt, signal caller and offensive coordinator.
And what did we not do? Get a bona fide signal caller offensive coordinator. We look like the laughing stock of the league, and it's terrible. And it was completely avoidable. And Nick Caserio, I think you try to get too cute. And I look back and I look at the people that you put in the positions, and I look at you put Kaylee as offensive coordinator. I look back, that's your homeboy from the Patriots. And then we talk about the offensive line and who's running the offensive line. Cole Popovich, your homeboy from the Patriots. Now you out here to do favors for your friends, or you out here to do your job and what we need to do for this city. Bring a championship to Houston. We had every chance to be competitive and try to do something to bring a championship. At least championship adjacent. We 0-3. And the Colts running around here looking like the cream of the crop in the division. Naptown. What I told y'all about Naptown. Like, come on, dog. Have some respect for yourself. And then I wanted to blame D'Amico. But now I see, when I really looked at it, D'Amico ain't had no choice. They ain't even let him pick his coaches. He ain't pick his coaches. D'Amico ain't Cole Popovich. D'Amico ain't pick Kaylee. D'Amico happy to have a job. I don't really feel like D'Amico and Caserio really get along all that great. Because as soon as he got on, they always like, yeah, we get along so great. We get along so good. That mean you're lying. I think Caserio don't really fool with D'Amico all that much.
He fake it till he make it, kind of. You know, I've never seen you.
And D'Amico too nice, bro. He too nice. He a nice guy, man. And I respect him, and I have all respect in the world for D'Amico. But I feel like in this situation, he should have been like, nah, man. Because you know what? If this fails, it's my job. It's not your job, Caserio. It's my job on the line. So I'm going to pick my damn offensive coordinator.
I mean, bro, I've never seen you be this passionate about your Texans in that kind of way. I feel it. And everything you said was from your feelings, but it was facts. Like, I can't go back to one word you said that wasn't correct. And at the end of the day, when you look at what you spend in the draft, yes, you did need wide receiver, but you didn't have to give up your first round pick to go get two more.
If you got an offensive line, we talking about NFL. Yeah, we talking about NFL caliber players. If your offensive line is good enough, can't no DB hold a receiver forever.
It don't make sense,
man. And then D'Amico gonna have the nerve to get up in the press conference and say we close. What the hell we are? We ain't close. We ain't close. We scored like 12 points, dog. We ain't close. Come on, man. We not close. Close to what? Close to the first pick? That's what we closer to the first pick than we are anything else. Come on, man. That's some bullshit, man.
Hey, man.
I just don't. I need my coach to have some more fire underneath. I need him to be pissed off, and he does not come across pissed off at all right now. And I need you to be pissed off because your job is on the line, D'Amico. It's you. You next up, bruh. CJ Stroud still gonna be there. Will Anderson still gonna be there. Caserio still gonna be there. All of these motherfuckers, Ursa, they all gonna be there, and you gonna be gone.
You know what they say? Black man hire, be a black man fire. That quick. Short leash. Like, you right. I mean, Hey, you know what? That's one thing I will say. My guy will get off the edge a little bit, and he has been questioned. But you can't question the fire of Nick Sirianni, though. You can't question his fire. Like let them be 0-3 right now and see who he will be, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel you, dog. I mean, it's a lot going on right now. What y'all done did in the spring within the free agency and the draft, and it's showing. And I'm with you, bro. Like, you ain't
That
said nothing but
I
the truth.
knew. I'm gonna tell you. You want me to tell you what I knew?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you what I knew when we was dealing with some bull is during camp. Every time they asked Nico, they asked CJ, Mixon, a couple other cats. They were
Right.
asked them about Nick Caley. And you know what their response was? Always, man, he brings a lot of energy. A lot of energy. It's certain key words now. You gotta understand. When somebody is good, people gonna go ahead and tell you they good. They gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
When they blowing smoke, they use words like he's a big energy guy. What does that really mean? They mean I ain't got nothing good to say about you.
Right.
That's what I knew. I was
How-
like, something's up here. This don't smell right.
right. How's energy measurable? Can you measure energy?
Right. Exactly. It's just like when homegirl back in the day when she said, "Oh, I got a friend. You talk to my friend." You go,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, yeah. Tell me about your friend." Well, she's sweet. Nah.
Sweet.
I don't need that one.
Sweet.
Sweet. We good.
Hey.
We good.
Hey, man.
She's
Hey.
sweet. Nah, I'm good. It's true. Come around the corner looking like Rasputia.
Come on.
She's sweet.
But she's sweet.
Might
But
be.
but
She
she's
might be
sweet.
sweet.
She's sweet. Hey man,
I won't know it. I
hey,
won't
well,
know it.
with that said, I'm not trying to cuss, but you know what is not sweet right now in H Town, and you heard it, fans, facts, and feelings. Satch is the
Not sweet.
fan. He's spitting his facts, but he's definitely in his feelings, and he wants to see fire. He wants to see burnt. He wants to see like urgency. You don't go down to your division and and be 0-2 and don't come out with a win. It's got to be your Super Bowl at this point for your season and your franchise. There's no way you don't come up with the win. I mean, if you're trying to be serious, and then if you look back at the playoff percentages with teams that start out 0-3, it's not good.
Less than 5%. Yeah, less than 5% chance. Don't mean it can't be done. You know what I mean? Because I've seen H Town. You know what I mean? Clutch City. We have done more. But we did something that had never been done before. You know what I mean?
That was with hoops.
But you know what I
That was
mean?
with
Yeah,
hoops.
you know it. I mean, it's the city, baby. I
I mean,
told you that
okay.
it's the city,
Listen.
baby.
Hey, I'm rooting for you.
But I'm
This
gonna tell
is
you, the Texans went from sugar to shit. We went from sugar to shit quicker than I ever imagined. Quicker than I ever imagined. And it makes me wonder, were we really as good as we thought we were?
with the turnaround,
I don't know. I
with
don't
the
know. That's yet to be determined. But I know that if we don't see any sense of urgency from our coach, then we
Mhm.
won't see any sense of urgency from our players. Now, as much as I get behind D'Amico, I make sure that I call it out when I see that I feel like there's an area that we lack in that. And I
Sure.
need my coach to be pissed off. I need him
Right.
to have a sense of urgency. And I need him to know. I need him to let everybody else know that this is not okay.
It's not.
This is not okay. Don't tell me we close. That should not be your response at all.
Close to what?
When I was a kid, I came home with an F on my report card. I said, but Mama, I'm close though. Can you come home and say that? Mama, I'm close. Close to what? Close to my foot across your. Close to
Exactly.
what?
Exactly. What are we close to on this one? Come on. I mean, hey
Yeah,
man.
man. So I
Hey, you
just think. I mean,
your season tickets in jeopardy right now? How we feeling? What's going on?
man. I mean, as much as I don't want to watch this middle school offensive coordinator, JV offensive coordinator, I'm still a fan. I'm still gonna rock with my team, man. So
Already.
I'm not finna turn my back, but it's gonna be hard to watch
Already.
if we don't do something. I mean, we can just go ahead and, as far as I'm concerned, we can get rid of them right now. right damn now. And hell, we can have anybody call the play. See what Gerard can do. Like, let's at this point,
Hey,
what
man.
are we doing here?
Hey, man. I
What
mean,
what are we doing?
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, you got a guy like Nico who's a downfield guy. Well, you got to have time to get it to a guy downfield. I mean, that's that simple. And so then, losing Mixon was a big blow for y'all, though, because as much as I like Chubb doesn't give you what Mixon gives you out of the backfield for safety valve. He doesn't hit there are two different types of styles of play. I like them as a combo. That would have been a sweet combo for y'all, but not having Mixon is not being able to hide a lot.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. The reason why Mixon would benefit us is because he has the ability to make something out of nothing. But that just means we ain't giving him nothing still. So
Right.
we should really try out an offense that can actually give him something, open up a hole or something like that. We
Yeah.
should be like, damn, we ain't got Mixon because when he was in the backfield getting tackled and three guys on his back, he could break out of that. That's some bull.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. No, that should not be your plan.
Yeah.
We got the most vanilla, like everybody knows what's coming. Everybody.
He's vanilla ice. Too cold.
Yes.
Too cold.
It's terrible. I would dangle him out the hotel balcony like Vanilla Ice too, because this is ridiculous. You know what? It's not his fault that he got a job that he wasn't qualified for. That's not his fault. So maybe Mike McDaniel don't make it, and we start over with Mike McDaniel as the OC, and maybe we see something different next year.
I mean, man, as much as you're right about that, I don't think you're bringing anything towards CJ on some of his decision making and his accuracy.
I cannot accurately assess CJ when he got a man in his lap every time he get the ball. I also cannot accurately assess him on because a lot of these that he's missing are to the slot, and the slot, a lot of times in the NFL is option. And he didn't even have his number one slot for the first two games. And so now in the third game, he got it. And that's chemistry that's built with those slots. I've seen Pro Bowl quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, miss a slot because of the option, because they all not on the same page. But with that being said, if you got people in your lap every play, i.e. Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, you will not perform.
Right.
And I cannot evaluate you if you don't have time to throw the ball. I cannot. I can't. So as much as people have been quick to blame CJ, I get it. When you're the quarterback, you're gonna take the blame. I can't really hang it on CJ at this point because you don't have the time. And we know that. And everybody knows that.
For the majority, you're right. And I'm not disclaiming that, but I've seen a lot of ball Satch on Monday Night Football where it was just Collins and the man in the end zone and he missed several times. That was on Monday night against the Bucks. He had decent time on those passes. Sunday, when they played the Jaguars, it is about timing, and you have to get better. But he missed Kirk. He missed him. Those are the throws where he had time.
In the slot. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that's 100% what that was.
Right.
That particular situation.
Right.
With the Nico, when you try to force it to Nico, that was dumb. I feel like that was our plan. We went into this thinking like, okay, we're gonna force it to Nico, and I think CJ got it in a position where he's trying to force the ball, trying to put the ball somewhere where only Nico could get it, and I get a pick. But then I also, yesterday, he threw a pick. He threw a pick. Like, that was a clear pick. And so that was bad. But at the same time, the common denominator is he had people in his face.
Yeah.
The pass rush is ridiculous.
It is. No exceptions. No exceptions. Like, it's awful. It was awful last year.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, so if we shored up the offensive line and CJ is missing cats and all that, I'm going to call him out on it. But I'm just saying, I got to give him some grace on that because I don't care who it is. Nobody, no quarterback in the NFL can perform under those conditions.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I hope things can turn around.
You saw with Lamar Jackson, what happened with Lamar Jackson against the Lions. When he had them, they sacked him 7 times and all that. He could not perform when it mattered the most. Yeah. We've seen it with Patrick Mahomes. We've seen it with Jared Goff versus the Texans last year when we how many interceptions? Like 5 interceptions. Like if you can disrupt the quarterback, that's why the highest paid player on the defense is
Is
the
on
defensive end.
is on them
Pass
edges.
rush on the edges. You can completely disrupt a game. You can kill their everything if you can make their quarterback uncomfortable.
It's what we did to Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was disgusting.
Hey, and not just that, but the last Super Bowl, that's how you got it. Because remember when they was rolling in those defensive line? That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, let's be real.
and speaking of Eagles defensive lineman, look at that
Yeah,
guy.
man.
Look at that guy that Howie Roseman, who is the GOAT right now of GMing, okay? Pulling and plugging. Now, I'm a little mad about Isaiah Rodgers, not just because of what he did yesterday, but because of the Adoree Jackson and the money you gave him. I maybe want to say like $5 million, and then you got Kaylee Ringo. Man, Isaiah Rodgers only got $8 million. Like, you could have paid him that and kept him. You gonna get rid of Gardner Johnson and him? So I feel like we could be a better team if we kept Rodgers. And Howie, if you listening, you can't be perfect, so I'm not mad at you, but I'm saying at hindsight, you should have kept him. Now I get you got to pay Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean eventually, but $8 million ain't gonna hurt you, bro. So you should have kept that solid corner. Moving forward,
I'm gonna say he's earned the right to not be questioned yet at this point.
okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna
That's
say he's
fair.
earned it.
That's fair. With that said, I don't know what Asante Samuel's looking like out there. I don't know what's going on with him, and if Nick Vangioni doesn't particularly like his style of play and corner, but I feel like we need to maybe take a look at someone like that. Since he's been out there so long, you can get him for cheap now. Like, it's not like his value's high. Like, go get him for league minimum or whatever and running for you, because we need somebody that can spark, like give us a spark. I feel like if he was that good, somebody would have grabbed him by now.
Right. Say, bro, before we get too deep in the weeds about this, man, I saw something and it made me laugh, bro. And I was like, I gotta show what. You probably seen it. Have you seen this? Can you see it? Can you see it? Is it
Yeah,
too
yeah,
bright?
yeah.
Too much of
Yeah, I can see.
Is too much of a reflection? Can you see?
I can see it.
Can you read it?
I can't read it, but that's
Can you read what it
Jalen.
say?
That's Jalen.
Let me see if I can. Maybe I'll turn my brightness down. Maybe you can see. Can you see it now? Boom.
Carter.
Someone said Jalen Carter looks exactly like Stacey Abrams, and I can't unsee it. A squinting image.
Get out of here, man. Man, get out of here, man. Leave my Jalen alone, man.
Hey, big ups to him, man. Big
Hey,
ups to him.
hey.
But I thought that was funny, man.
Well, the internet is.
But both of those, I would say, both of them got my vote. How about that? Both of them got my vote. I rock with both of them. They could be cousins or something though. He a squinting image.
A squinting image. You're dumb, dog. You're dumb. Hey, listen. They did the same thing with Darlene from Roseanne and Patrick Mahomes.
Roseanne and who? And Patrick Mahomes.
No, Darlene, the daughter.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hell, you see them together. They did the same thing on the internet, and I said, "Oh my god!"
Saw it.
You saw that?
I saw it.
So
yes, I did. Yes,
they're killing it right now with these squinting similarities,
squinting images.
Hey man, but no, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen, there ain't nothing to squint your eyes about outside of the fact that, first of all, the Rams are who we thought they were. Like, here's my thing right now about watching just 3 games of the NFL. There's no
how about not just the Rams? Let's just say the city of LA.
SoFo. What the heck? What's this stadium called? SoFi. They on fire.
SoFi over there.
It's SoFi.
they heating it up over there. I gotta give it to them, man.
Hey man, and listen, we talked about that last time. We gonna get back to my Eagles. We gonna get back to them, but we talked about last segment how if the Chargers start out 3-0 within their own division, how much confidence is that?
They set up. But they got the Giants next.
Who's next?
They got a quarterback controversy already. It's a quarterback controversy in New York already.
Hey, and you know
already.
what? I
Hey, just ready for James to eat the dub, baby.
and you know what? Speaking of that,
Let's just do that.
no, you just had a Jameson Winston sighting. We talked about Skyline Chili Boys. If you want to ride out on Jake Browning instead of just going to get Jameson and throwing and letting him have those two fools, Jameson would tear Cincinnati up, boy. He would get them to the playoffs until Barrow got back. I think he would. That's just me. That's just me putting my GM
Hey,
cap on.
I would say nobody can rally the troops like Jameis Winston. If you just need him for a month, he'll give you the monthly. Yeah, so I would say him is like Fitzpatrick. Remember how Fitzpatrick? Remember how Fitzpatrick could get you? You think like he just good enough to get us out of a jam, but he ain't good enough to take the starting spot. Jameis took over that role.
You hit that one. Hey, that was a dart, boy. That was a dart. You hear me? That was a dart. He will give you that
Yep.
same service right now, like if you allow him. But and the thing is, you don't in New York. Guess what? New York, get any position, anything you need because you know you got DeVito. You got the DeVito kid. You got Dart. You don't need four
Right.
quarterbacks. What are we doing? But that's on Cincinnati.
Exactly.
That's on Cincinnati.
If he was gonna go to New York, he had the wrong New York team. If he was gonna be in New York, he should have been with the Jets.
Boy, don't you say that.
Jets could have used him. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
The Jets could have used him.
Hey man,
So
they ain't GMing out there, man. They ain't generally managing. They not.
hey man.
Look. I might even call Mr. Home Depot himself and say, hey, just pay him out about 10 and I'll give you a fifth rounder. Let me grab Kirk Cousins for about 2 months. I'm just saying. I'm not riding out on Jake.
Speaking of, you brought him up, bro. You brought him up. Do you know that the Atlanta Falcons could not get past the 30-yard line this week? They did not make it past the 30-yard line.
What you contribute that to? What you contribute that to? What is
I
it?
mean, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the whole game through and through,
Right?
so I saw a stat line. I know stat lines can be deceiving, but I would say that it has to be offensive coordinator. I mean, I can't see how. I mean, even we got past the 30-yard line, and I don't know where we trying now.
Hey,
Who
and they
knows?
and they got a good offensive line.
And if you think about it, the first drive is scripted. They kick off the ball and they give you to you on the 30.
Right. Look, and look, you got Bijan, you got Pitts, you got Drake. A good offensive line, a good one. A good. I don't know.
I
Hey
don't know.
man, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. I mean, look, we all thought that the Green Bay Packers were just we were crowning them. They beat two good teams at home. Playing at home, you said it though. You said it. You said, but they played at home. Hey man, first and foremost, Cleveland should be 2-1. Like that's what I'm saying. This league, this NFL, every game is gonna be a hard win for every team. It's just that simple. I
The
mean,
parity in the NFL is at a high.
it is. It really
It's at a
is.
high.
It's at a high,
I mean, you
man.
got the Baltimore Ravens for as good as they look, and as good as we thought their defense was going to be going into the season, are 1-2. Baltimore Ravens.
I don't know why their defense has been like just awful at the beginning of the year and then they get better at the end. Every year. I don't get it. But they did have a lot of guys out tonight. But no excuse. No excuse though. But they did have an all pro defensive tackle
Got to
out.
stop the run.
Yeah, they couldn't stop the run, man. It's safe to say that Green Bay has a really good defense. But because of what they did to Detroit that first game. But outside of that, we can look at and see what Detroit's done in the next two games after that. And against some decent defenses, Detroit, you can say their play caller and their system hasn't went anywhere. They're back. Or they never left, rather. They never left.
Well, I will also say that throughout in 3 weeks, I don't feel like we know very much more than we did before the season. And I feel like I directly attribute that to the demise of the preseason football.
Right.
As the preseason football dies more and more, we get less and less of serious preseason football. We get more and more of these teams trying to figure things out still, and we're in week 2 and 3.
Absolutely.
So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. I
Yeah.
think there are some teams right now that look bad. Hopefully, we one of them that will actually get better. I'm not holding my breath on that one for us, but I know teams like the Baltimore Ravens, which we kind of alluded to, are gonna get better.
Right.
And there's some teams that that might have looked good early that they just you look at the team and you know like I don't really think y'all got the staying power for this.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of like right now. I think you could. It's just as hard to call as it was right before the season started. As far as who's going to shake out, who's going to be the division leaders, who's going to be the playoff teams, who's going to be Super Bowl teams. It's just as hard to figure it out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, bro. We know who the tough teams that are going to be tough outs are. Everybody, listen.
Right, but we knew that going into it. That's what I'm saying. We don't know any more than we did going into it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest surprises has easily been the Chargers and the Colts, though. Easily. Easily.
And that's what we said last episode too.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I will say this, though. The NFC North is the most intriguing division to me. I will say that. And the reason why I say it's intriguing is because I feel like they're gonna beat up on each other. I feel like they're gonna beat up each other, but I feel like that just looking at it from hindsight, I feel like it's the Lions and Green Bay's to lose. I feel like Minnesota's too shaky at quarterback. I feel like they lost a lot on defense injury wise for the year. Like they lost like Cashman, they lost like some line like Chicago. They had a big win, but it was against Dallas, and so you just don't know. Caleb and Ben Johnson and them, I think they're gonna need time too, like you said at preseason. But again, I think that division, bro. Once you look at all the unproven kind of like quarterbacks with Love and Goff is the most proven right thus far. So I'm just saying, man, I think I like that division right there is what division I'm gonna keep my eye on because I just feel like until Jaden Daniels gets healthy and Washington gets a real running game, I don't take Washington serious. The Giants they need to go do a quarterback switch to get it
Hey
life.
man.
And the Cowboys are just the Cowboys.
But don't sleep on the NFC West. The NFC, they a lot like the
I think
North,
San
man.
Francisco.
They a lot of beating up on each other.
That's true. That's true. But I don't think they're as strong because I don't like the San Francisco can't stay healthy. The Seahawks are legitimate, and
They 3-0. But they 3-0 even though they can't stay there.
Saints,
They 3-0, bro. They one of the only undefeated teams, bro.
and they beat two teams in their
The Saints
division.
not in that division.
They beat the Seahawks the first game, and then they beat the Arizona. So,
Undefeated team.
but I still
The
like
Cardinals, who are undefeated.
but I still like the Rams in that division over them. I like the Rams over them.
Right, but then yeah, you like the Rams, but
Hey,
and then also the Seahawks.
I said the
With
Seahawks are
Julius
nice.
in,
I
they
like
doing
them,
something.
but
They
can I?
working on something. Right, they not an easy out. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying. Name a team in there that
San Francisco's done. San Francisco's done.
even though they're 3-0, they're done.
Yeah. You know what? You know why?
The
Did you
team
hear?
that's leading the division, they're done.
Do you know why? You didn't hear today, did you?
I know what you're saying.
You didn't hear today, did you?
Oh, and talking about Bosa? Bosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not the same team without Joey Bosa. You can't just lose him and then
I'm not
think
gonna say because they lost Bosa that they're done, bro. I'm not gonna say that.
I don't okay. Okay. They already got a lot of injuries, Satch. They already have a lot.
Every year,
They
every
just
year,
they
but you
too
don't have
bang-
to play them. It's not gonna be no easy matchup. You gonna have to play them. That's all
You
I'm
are.
saying.
You
They're
are.
not gonna be no easy out.
You right. You right. I respect that for sure. I respect that. But I mean again, man, NFC West, NFC North, and I mean the NFC South is just after Atlanta did what they did, it's all Tampa Bay. It's all
I'm saying the NFC is right up there with the NFC North. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. I agree. I agree. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because honestly, there's not a team in the division with a losing record. Not one team. They're everybody's 2-1 or 3-0. Yeah. So the record is backing up what you're saying, basically, bro. Straight up. I think my team should be 1-2 or 0-3. Easy. We could have lost to the Cowboys. So I mean, the NFC is open. We know that. But at the end of the day, I'm not so confident about. Okay, so look, my guys, they're 3-0, but they could easily be 0-3. 1-2,
Yeah.
1-2 at worst.
What you're saying? Yeah. 0-3, 1-2, something in that range. It could easily swung to the other side. But that's also like saying the Texans were close. Not really. Not really.
Hey man, this close thing, I don't.
Not really.
It's so triggering. It's so triggering.
It is, but
It is.
but not really. So let's be real. You say that, but at the end of the day, the Rams game, the Rams jumped out, and I was like, look like the Eagles finna get a comeback victory. I already knew. It was closer than I thought it would be. Actually, I thought the Eagles were gonna come back and just and then leave them in the dust. But he had to block a kick to make it happen. But I already knew the Rams was gonna get it. I already knew.
Wow. Well, I was sitting there like just thinking to myself, like, dude, can we double Puka? I mean, come on. Like Puka right now is probably the best possession wide receiver in the NFL aside from maybe Jackson Smith for Big One. I say that to say
People said that about Cooper Kupp at one point in time too.
it could be the McVay offense. It could be the McVay offense. I say this to say though, they blocked 2 kicks, not 1, but they blocked 2. That's rare in a football game in the fourth quarter to where it's clutch. I mean, our willingness to win and to do things on all areas, I love it. But at the same time, we gotta kind of like clean up some stuff. And it is what it is. You win and you lose, and you figure out what you need to do to get better each week. And I feel like that we got the kind of staff that's going to do that. We ain't had no major injuries. I just hope Lane Johnson's okay. I ain't had no update on him, the Hall of Famer. But nah, man, I'm pleased. I'm happy. But I want to just give a shout out to Howie for going after character guys. And Jordan Davis, I don't know if you ever seen him or heard him or talk, but he's a high character dude. And the only way that you would have felt comfortable with bringing in a Jalen Carter is having his college teammate there. And so, bro, you're solidifying like a package with those guys. And for him to lose that weight, Satch, that he did over the summer after they paid him, and to see him running around making plays like he is, I'm like ecstatic. Like, I mean, because we all know that NFL games are won and lost in the trenches. And our front defensive tackles and nose tackles, like, it's kind of like the one of the best young duos you could have right now, arguably. And so all we got to do is just keep building on the edges. We just got to stay healthy, but we just got to get better at cornerback. And I would like for us to maybe go get the Simmons guy out there that Nick had out in Denver, a veteran that can maybe help out with Blankenship and the rookie from Texas. Just something, man. I just feel like we need to do something in the secondary.
Yeah, I just feel like if you were gonna do it, you should already did that.
It's 3 games in. I mean, Adoree.
He could have had a whole camp.
Yeah, but they trusting in Adoree Jackson right now.
So I mean, if you trust him that much, then you don't give up on him after 3 games, right?
That's true. That's true. But we need to see some improvement. We played Tampa Bay this week.
Right. And I would tell you, and that is a game that I want to see, because here's the thing. Winners find a way to win and losers find a way to lose. And when we played Tampa Bay, nothing illustrated that more than in that moment.
Yeah.
And so I know that Tampa Bay is going to be a team that you're going to have to finish them off.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to play. They're going to battle you to the end. If you beat them, you beat them. You earned it.
You beat them.
You beat them.
They're not going to beat themselves.
And so that goes from their coach all the way on down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
That's going to be a game.
Yeah. Baker is a tough cookie, man. He's tough.
Oh, yeah. His leg could be hanging off, and he's going to still go out there and play. Right?
Absolutely.
He's not tapping out. So, I got respect for him, man. Not like Sam Darnold. But I will say, Darnold doing his thing. Darnold doing his thing right now. But, when it's all he's good till you start getting the miles on him.
And speaking of that, our loyals know we're not going to let Satch off the hook. Now, it is early. It's early. And he spoke on Darnold. And we have clips where we can definitely show you where my man spoke on McCaffrey as if he was going to just step in and be Darnold. And we haven't seen that at all in 2 games. It was just two. It was just two. But Darnold's game has transferred enough to where his Jefferson is his Smith and Bigwa, his Addison is his Cooper, his Torrey Holt, his Naylor, his he doesn't have a Hawkinson, but he has a really good running game and he has a solid defense behind him. And that's what you're seeing from Darnold. Now, when it gets playoff or when it matters, he's going to have to create a different narrative because that's where he fell apart last year.
Right. And I like I said, when we first started talking about this, I think that Minnesota took a gamble and they said, what we can get from Darnold, we can get from somebody else for less money.
Right.
And so it's all yet to be seen because if they can get to where they were with Darnold, then it's all a wash.
Yeah.
It's all a wash.
I don't know. I just think this kid, I think if Darnold was the quarterback right now, they'd be 3-0 without a doubt. They'd be 3-0. That Atlanta squad that they played on, they were in the.
I don't know because you would have had to pay him. And if you would have paid him, then somebody else you wouldn't have been able to pay. That's the thing. That was a money move. Let's make no doubt. Let's make no bones about it. That was a money move. They're like, we're not going to pay him because he's not worth that. And that's what it was. And that's what Minnesota did with Kirk Cousins too.
I agree.
So we'll draft somebody, but you're not that. There's a lot of quarterbacks that other teams probably should have took that same approach with. And now teams are stuck paying guys that aren't worth it.
Like who? Speak on them.
I ain't gonna talk about nobody team, man. Talk about nobody team. They might love them. So.
Hey, man. Well, look.
How about this? How about this? I say like Deshaun Watson. You could be paying Deshaun Watson. So I put it that way. That's easy. That's an easy one for you.
That's dirty.
That's one right there. That's a team went for broke for somebody thinking like this quarterback is going to change the program, and then what?
That's dirty, man. You don't even speak those words on this sake.
The way they acquired Deshaun Watson was also dirty, dog. So let's be real.
Was it dirty or was it misogynistic?
It was dirty.
All right. Woo. Couldn't let that go. Hey, man. But listen, we laughing, but bro, they are the laughing stock of the NFL. They are the laughing stock.
And they still almost 2-1.
And they still
almost 2-1.
Bruh, and Baker Mayfield was right in their backyard. You could have just built around him and not have to do all this Shador, Gabriel. You know how many kid talent they could have got? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? They could be close. They could be close, like us.
They are close. They're close. They're close. They're close. Because they gotta win. And they should have beat the Bengals. So they're close to getting it together. Hey man, Judkins has looked good since he's gotten into the league. That's a quiet little surprise. Hey, quiet as kept.
And I didn't think he was gonna be able to play.
Judkins and Fannin have been really good rookies for them. So they drafted well. They have a good offensive line.
They had to.
I mean, listen.
Drafted well. Now imagine if they would have gotten a draft, those players and those draft picks that they gave up for Watson.
Exactly. All those years.
Imagine if they would have just drafted players.
Hey, and he should be in running for playing right now and probably could have got a job with the Bengals. Probably could have got a job with one of these teams with injury, San Francisco. You never know. He could have been a backup at one of these spots. But didn't he tear his Achilles again? Like, non-injury? Like, did he? It's just like, after that, dude, it was it. That was it. Speaking of being
around with no boot on and all of that.
It's just awful. And look, man, speaking of being it, I just want to say to two OGs that have had really good careers in the NFL that went down this week. My man, he pretty much talked up one with me when I traded for Najee Harris in the summer. My man Satch said, get rid of him. Don't keep him another minute. Get rid of him. Well, Thank you, Satch. I got rid of him for Xavier Leggett, and that was a wash because he talk like that, and his game is just about the way he talk. He's garbage. But anyway, and then my man, his
They got
intuition,
a better
y'all.
chance of doing something for you.
That's it. And then the other guy, my guy, he tried to get rid of Connor. He confided in me, and I apologize for not going and giving you that go for that trade. But my man knew Connor better days was behind him.
I said it's got to happen this week. Then I say it's got to happen this week. You're like, why don't you just like wait another week and see? I said, no. It's got to happen this week.
You did.
I feel it. This is it.
And that, ladies and
To the
gentlemen,
point where I feel bad.
you got to go with your gut. When you got a gut feeling, you got to go with it. I'm the same way. I had an A.J. Brown, Mike Evans trade. It's still maybe on the table. I don't know because he has Baker, so he needs that combo. But, I mean, now that AJ then AJ, he might not want to do it. So, we going to see. We going to see. But no, hey, listen. Speaking of that, I'm calling out my man that is a Colts fan. All right. My man Larry Starks, we gonna make a conscious effort to get him on because my guy Satch, he don't respect Naptown in no form of, he don't respect them there, he don't respect them there.
I don't want no problems. Naptown.
No, I know you ain't moonwalking. I know you not moonwalking. I know you not moonwalking.
This is not.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Listen.
Time.
Respectfully, if you can't handle it.
Hey, when we play each other, then we play each other.
Okay.
What's that?
But until then, he's a fan. He's got a nice following. He's passionate about his Colts, and he's a good, wholesome spectator. Like, he calls it how he sees it, and I want to see, respectively, a Colt and a Texan, like how me and the Cowboy did.
Mm-hmm.
And it may have to be before. When do y'all play them, by the way?
First game is coming up in about a month, I think. We play them twice towards the end of the. They don't play. We don't have an early season matchup.
Well, then we won't wait. Won't wait. We're gonna get Mr. Starks on here, and we're gonna settle this Naptown H-Town debacle.
November 3rd.
We're not waiting till then.
November 3rd.
We're not waiting till then. That's Thanksgiving time, and that's got.
We got nothing to talk about, man. Nah. We got nothing to talk about until we play each other.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. You're not. You're not. I'm not gonna let you.
November 3rd. Look, we can talk about it that week. We don't got nothing to talk about until then.
If you think I'm gonna let you get out of this,
what we gonna talk about?
You're mistaken, brother. I'm not.
I'm gonna ask him how he feels about Irsay, and how they pay their respects to the former owner Jim Irsay. All due respect to them. We'll talk about they got that spicy cocktail sauce from St. Elmo's. That's some good stuff, man. That's what we're gonna talk about. So, or we can wait till November 3rd and we can talk football.
Okay, listen.
I'm not talking no football till that week.
That man moonwalk.
I'm just saying we ain't nothing to talk about. We're gonna talk about it. We just gonna do it at the appropriate time. Game week.
You already talked about Indiana Jones.
Game week.
You talked about Indiana Jones.
We want this to be as good as possible, right? We want this segment to be as good as possible. And just like when the Cowboys faced the Eagles, what made it the best possible is because they were playing each other that week, and we could see it on the field right after that. That's what we're gonna do.
But are you
realizing? Bring them on early. I'm gonna punt like Jeffrey.
But are you realizing that if we wait,
let it develop.
If we let it wait,
let it develop.
Y'all might have a worse record. It might be worse. You gonna deal with that?
No, we won't. You know why? Because we close.
You would just surrender.
Because we close.